some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Longhorns will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The give on the option. Works his way ahead for three. They'll spot it at the 18. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Huskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Back to pass. Looking down the middle. All by himself. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on. Let's see which way that's going to go. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20.
On the ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Might be changing the route. The snap sets up the throw. It's complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Buck. Firing to the right, complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got him downfield.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
He lets it fly. Picked off to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Got the back over the middle.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Running to Green. Oh, he's got some They just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Husker! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Just going to keep it after the snap. There he goes. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
To the air, it's Buck. Looking deep. Got it inside the 10. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he makes the extra point. One-score game, still the first half, and they want the ball right back, going for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it first and 10 from the 15. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Oh, better look out. Trying to take it back. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And you can't get it all back in one play, but I really like that second down, man. I mean, that's a big positive chunk. You sneak the run in. They weren't thinking about the run. They were thinking pass after that disaster of first down, what it was. So you kind of make this a little bit more manageable, easier play call now.
He wants to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Finds him out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They get to him as he throws. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the first half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent a chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rides the back on the option. The give. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt. Good separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this. Offense continue to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Cornhuskers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They had the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Buck. Unloads to the wideout. Just way off target and missed him.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
From the gun, running back on the move. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose. The 30. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Back midfield, he's got room. Hits the accelerator to the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this, baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming up.
Sets up the screen, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Takes a hit as he fires. Looking to get it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. 10. Touchdown, Texas. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure.
Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
Dumps it to the back. This time it's complete. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Huskers in the hurry-up. Quarterback looks for a little space. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
throws to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Gets it out quickly. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Tight end now in motion. Toss to the outside. Got a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
All kinds of time before he fires right. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He's got it at the 30. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Under fire. He's past the 30. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen.
A lot of room to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Clemson.
Bringing the heat.
For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. Right back to the air on second and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a third and 7 to keep the drive alive. This is a designed run. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be first and goal. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. To the air, it's Buck. Rushes on him. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
A lot of field in front of as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros, and get the dub.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business.
Turning it on! And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation